Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and I'm very excited to announce our 1,000 subscriber celebration. Now, what will you win at the end of this celebration? You will win the complete 72-page Wizard of Oz book. It's complete with obviously a cover, 3 signatures, which none of this is complete yet, a booklet that's going to be put inside the cover, 2 laminated bookmarks, and a partridge and a writing card, which I haven't made yet either. So watch the video series and watch your book getting made. That'll be great fun. And so how do you win? Well, how do you win this book, you may ask? Here we go. This is easy. To get an entry or 3 to win the book is the first place prize. The second place prize is a complete Yellow Brick Road gold embossing set. And that includes gold embossing powder, clear embossing powder, the embossing pad, and a heat gun. And then the third place prize is a one-on-one tutorial with me. And all you have to do is complete the 3 simple steps below. If you're reading this, yes, it says 2, but as you can see, there are 3. You can subscribe or be a current subscriber to the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel and leave a comment below video 1 that says, I want to win. That's one entry. To get entry number 2, be a current subscriber to the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel and leave a comment below video 2 of the Wizard of Oz series saying, I want to win. And the third way that you can get an entry, you can join or be a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and add a comment in that event, which is called the 1,000 subscribers celebration event, at the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. And here's the URL, and the URL will be below the video, and leave a comment in that event that says, I want to win. So easy. All you have to do is tell me that you want to win, and you could win. How do you like that? That's all you have to do. You can enter in all 3, and you can get 3 chances to win. Now, when do you win? The celebration lasts from February 1st, 2022 to February 8th, 2022. The drawing will be held on February 8th, and the winner will be announced during the beginning of the Wizard of Oz series video 3. And that's on February 8th. So, let me go to page 3 of my little scriptaroo here. And it's easy to enter, and it's easy to win. That's the main thing that I want to tell you, besides the wonderful prizes. So you can enter today. Remember, all you have to do is subscribe to the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel, or subscribe during the Wizard of Oz video series, and below video 1, type in, I want to win. You can also get a second entry by watching video 2 when it comes out, and that will be on the 3rd. Then put a comment below that video that says, I want to win. That's entry 2. Entry 3 can be gotten anytime between the 1st and the 8th, or the 7th, the 8th at midnight, or 12 a.m. when I do the drawing, at the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Enter the 1,000 subscriber celebration event with the comment, I want to win. Like I said, all you have to do is tell me that you want to win, and you could win. Okay? All right. So you get 3 chances to win, and now we're going to start the videos. This is video 1, even though it's really 1 and 2 combined. Video 2 will be on Thursday, and then video 3 will be on the 8th, and that will give you the results of the contest. Okay? Well, I want to wish everybody good luck, and here are the videos now. Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and this is a new project that I'm starting, which is a book based on Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. And this is not going to be a long series. I'm not going to show you the whole process because every night I craft with my friends at Junk Journal with Joy, and the link to that Facebook group will be down below. And this book, since I'm crafting with them, is going to be mostly crafted off camera, but I thought I would show you some of it. I would preview the kit for you, and then also in this episode we're gonna make the base cover. Obviously we're not going to cover it with the images yet. Now this is going to be my front cover image, and then my back cover image, which is one of the plain pages, or not plain pages, but the backing pages for the kit. The inside cover is going to be this image. I'm going to cut it down to size, obviously. This is one of the backing pages as well with the poppies, and it's just gorgeous. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but it's just gorgeous. This kit is from My Porch Prints, and the link to them will be below as well. Now, I'm not going to take these all the way out. I'm not going to show you every page because you can go get the kit and see the pages before you purchase the kit there at the Etsy store. So this is a book that I'm going to do in the same method that I do with my page by page series, both the ones on Monday, which is the page by page for project 2, and then on Fridays, which is the page by page collaboration with Keon Shotwell, so you can check those videos out. But basically what I'm going to do is fold in half a 8.5 by 11 cardstock white piece, and that's going to be my base page. Then I'm going to take a half of a full paper, which is 8.5 by 11, and do the decoration that I'm going to do on it, and then glue it to the paper, and that way we can, or the page, that way I can work on the paper. If I make a mistake, it's on the paper, not on the page, and then glue it. Okay, it also makes a nice thicker book as well if you're going for a thicker book. Okay, so this is going to be the inside first page, and then this will be the second page, which will be on this side. Okay, so here's some more of the kit. I've got them set up one each way and one the other way to help keep them separated, and I also have them paper clipped together in groups of 2. So here's some of the images. They're awesome from the kit, and they're true to the book. They're from the illustrated version of the book, I believe. And you can get the Alice in Wonderland, I'm sorry, the Wizard of Oz original text, the original book, at the Gutenberg website, and I'll put the link to that below. And all of the public domain books, and there's an audio version of this book, which I'm planning on making an audio version myself that you'll be able to get for free if you're a member of the Facebook group. Okay, and so here's some more pages all the way through. This is how many pages. Each one of this paper clipped are 2 pages. So I'm going to need, I believe, 30 pages in the book, and we'll separate it into 2 10-page signatures. Okay, here's some backing pages that I pulled from Liana Scrap's coffee dyed kit. I'll try to remember to put a link to her below too. I'm going to have to watch this video back, I think, and to put all the credits. And here's a bunch of the ephemera from the kit. And it's pretty cool, and that also includes a booklet for you to include, or the cover of a booklet for you to include in with the kit. Now, most of the ephemera has been printed on the back side with the coffee dyed papers, so that way they're two-sided, okay, because these are envelopes for one, and you're going to see the inside of the envelope, and on the tags you're going to see the backs of them. All right, so that's that, and there's some more ephemera. So that's all that, and I've got it all in a tray ready to go. Now, the cover I'm making out of a shirt box, a gift shirt box, like you would use at Christmas to give someone a present, which in fact, this one is a Christmas one. It's pretty cute. Kind of hate cutting it up, but I don't give shirts for Christmas. So I feel fairly confident in cutting this box up that I'm not ruining anything I might need in the future. One thing I'd also like to mention is the fact that since I'm cutting cardboard, I have put my cardboard blade in my paper cutter or paper trimmer, and the cardboard blade is the blade that goes dull enough that it leaves little fuzzies on the paper, but you can still cut cardboard cleanly with it. So instead of throwing away a blade when it's not sharp enough, they're titanium blades though, so it's still plenty sharp. Like I said, I just put a C on it for cardboard, and then I put a new blade in my trimmer. And so I keep this one right to the side so that I remember to switch the blades out. Okay, so that's a tip for you so you don't ruin your new blade cutting cardboard. And then I'm going to have to remember when we put the paper, not the cover paper, but just the paper that's going to be the base for the book, to switch blades. So hopefully I will remember to do that. All right, so now when you fold the page in half, then you're going to get 5.5 by 8.5, and the pages are 8.25 by 5.25. So we're going to have that little bit of a border all the way around. I may cut the cover down. In fact, I think I will, to 5 3/8, because that way there's well, maybe we'll leave a 1/2 inch border around, okay, because the book is going to have quite a few pages in it, and ephemera and things. So I want to make sure that the cover's kind of fat enough this way to encompass all the pages, and when we decorate anything that sticks out, that most of it will still be inside the cover, and also to accommodate the size of the cover pictures. So the first thing I did part of this before I decided to do part on the video, is I cut all these sides off of the box, the top, and so that leaves me with this large cardboard piece. However, it isn't very thick. Oops, let me do it this way. It isn't very thick, so we're going to have to make 2 layers together. And one of the pieces, I cut out a larger piece than what I'm going to need for the spine, and then we'll trim it down. Now, I'm not sure this one is long enough, to tell you the truth. It should be. You want to trim the edges so that you have straight edges, just in case, and that way you're for sure. And I have trimmed part of this, or I haven't trimmed any of this because I'm definitely going to be cutting this down. Okay, so do the same thing to this one. Let me set that aside. So we're going to make 2 pieces at what did I say, 5 3/8. Let's make a smooth edge on here. Let's do it this way, like a smart person would. You just want to have a straight edge, since we're going to cut from the edge. sure which edge. Oh, I'm sorry, Santa Bear. Okay, so I cut about a 1/4 inch off just to make sure these edges are straight, and we're going to cut a little bit off the top. Whoops, that's why I haven't done it yet. We need to cut them down first because they won't fit in our trimmer this way. I cut these out by hand. There is absolutely no way that these are straight. Okay, so we want them to be let's see, let's double check. Well, I already know they're going to be, the pages are going to be 8.5, so I want it to be 8 3/4, not 9. No, I do want it to be 9, don't I? Well, you know what? 1/2 inch is awful big. So, oh no, that only gives me a 1/4 at the top and the bottom. Okay, so here we go. Let's start again. We're going to make the pages 9 by 5.5, 9 by 6. So we're going to start with 6 inches. Well, you know, I need to trim these so they're straight. Actually, let's see. Let me think about this for a minute. Let's cut it the width. And then with the height, we'll take part off the top and make it a straight edge. So we're going to make a piece 6 inches wide. I didn't plan this out ahead of time, and there is no PDF. So for this project, it's just going to be a short tutorial. Now I can trim the top and the bottom to make them straight before I do any kind of measurements for the height. So now I have a rectangular piece with all straight edges. Okay, so, and it's the right width, which is 6. So now let's cut the height, which is going to be 9. Hopefully this will be long enough. Yes, plenty long enough. I thought it would be, but I just, for some reason in my mind, those extra 2 inches just almost didn't seem big enough. Okay, so here's 1. Let's do another one. That's 6. Okay, that's not even close to straight. Oz is going to make his appearance. The neighbors upstairs are making a little bit of noise, not much. My neighbor upstairs is extremely quiet. Not that one. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, so now that I've got my dog to stop barking, I think, we're going to, let's see, we've cut the top and the, no, we want to cut the width to 6. And we've got this extra piece that we can make the spine with. Obviously, this isn't going to be long enough. So let's save this piece. And now, let's make sure the top is straight. I think I might have done this, but let's just double check. Let's make sure that we cut the height to 9. See? I almost made a mistake. That's how I got the shorter piece. And then the width to 6, which we've already done. Okay? So that gives us 2 pieces. Let's check. They're the same size. And then we're going to make 2 more out of the box. Because this isn't very sturdy. Actually, it's okay. It doesn't need to be super stiff all the time. You can have one that has a little bit of flex to it, and that will be fine. So let's make our, I think I'm just going to make a 1.5 inch spine. So let's take a little bit off. Probably going to regret not making that double. I may make it double off screen. This side looks crooked. Let's cut a little bit off. Yeah, it is. And we'll cut this to 1.5. You can put your thumb here to hold it down. And put your fingers here to hold your paper. And then we want it to be 9 inches. This will make it easier to sew through as well, because I'm going to sew this journal. Oh, and I'm also wearing my ruby in honor of the Wizard of Oz and the ruby slippers. I try to wear a different ring for the different videos since I have about 50. This one is a real ruby. Not all of them are real stones. Okay, so now we have a spine and we have our 2 pieces. Just wondering if I shouldn't use 2 pieces for the cover. Anyway, so we're going to need paper for this, and we have to change to our paper blade, so we won't be using our cardboard blade anymore. Okay, so then we're going to need actually, we're not going to trim them yet. We just need to remember that we've got 6, so we need it to be 12 inches wide. So 2 pieces of paper will do this. I'm going to decorate the spine so it won't matter if the seam is on the spine, since we're using paper and not cloth. If you were using cloth, you would cut, oh, actually we need it to be 9 and 9 is 18, and then 1.5 inches for the spine, so we may have to use 3 pieces and then just cut it way down. So let's glue this. That's going to be 16. Well, 17. We're going to glue the full papers together, even though we're going to be trimming it down. And you just want to overlap by a little bit. And you want it to be straight. So check the top and the bottom. And you want it to be, obviously if it's straight at the top and the bottom, it's going to be straight in the middle. Take your dry wet wipe, get any excess glue. If there's still excess glue, then you can take your rubber eraser. They're only a few dollars. You can just pull the pieces you don't want anymore because maybe they have some glue on them already, and you see it balls it up into little pieces, and then you can just take them off the page. So let's just do that. This is going to be on the inside of the spine, but you just want to make sure that there's no wet glue. So it looks like we're going to need 3 pages, so let's do one more. So we're going to have quite a bit extra, but we need to have enough for both covers. Oh, it looks like that will be enough. And the spine. That's right. They're only 6 wide. I'm being so silly. So that makes 12. So we have plenty of room. I am so goofy sometimes. We want the cardboard sides facing in. You know, that's another reason I like to do 2. Let's see, this is pretty bright. Let's see if it shows through the paper. It might. Actually, it doesn't. Okay, I don't know why I put the lid on the glue. But I'm going to cover the inside. Well, I'm going to cover the outside as well. But we're going to glue this paper, or this cardboard, to this paper. And I'm going to use what's called a T-square to make sure this first one is straight. Now I'll show you what it is, and I'll show you how to use it. It's a ruler in the shape of a T, and you square up pages with it. So that's why it's called a T-square. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to put this down on the page, or on the paper. We're going to leave at least 1 inch around the edges. Okay, and then we want to make it square. That's why I put the extra glue on the corners. So you put this on the edge of your workspace. I hope you can see that. That pink I put on there just so I don't lose it because it's clear. I'm going to make it square, and that's actually crooked. So if we measure 1 inch here, 1 inch there, then it's straight. Then we can use our ruler to square up the rest. Let's take our cardboard spine and glue it up straight with the front. I should have filled my glue. Sorry about that. And I'm starving again. But in between, I'm going to be doing pages and things, but I will show you. You want to leave a little bit of a space so that the book can fold. Then you want to take your ruler and put it along the line of there. Look at that. And that makes it straight that way. But it really doesn't look like this space is even all the way up on that. There we go. And we're going to do the same for the other side, which is here, which is where, there it is. I thought I lost it. Let's put it the same side up. Now, if you were going to make a Christmas book, you could just do this without doing anything else, and you would have a cover. Just on a side note, when you use a shirt paper box, you can get them for the whatever holiday it is, and that would be an easy way to make a cover, and it would be white on the inside, so you could do whatever you wanted. Okay? Just so you know. So let's put glue on this one. And then you wait for the bubble, and then you know all the air is out of the tip. We're going to glue it just like we did the other one. Let's get our ruler out. Let's square it up. And it looks like it's about the same distance. And then make sure it's glued down. Now, this is the part that makes me crazy. And I'll be honest with you. It's difficult for me to determine how far out to trim the corner like we're about to trim it. It isn't a difficult cut. It's just personally difficult for me to calculate where. It looks like this one was crooked to the page, but we still have enough. So that made the whole thing crooked to the page because I squared it up. So that was my fault. But in this particular case, I left at least an inch around the bottom. So we're going to be fine. Now we're going to trim the corners so we don't have all this extra space, because if you fold it in and then you fold it up, you're going to have a thicker area right here. So what you want to do is you want to go in at an angle, and then you want to go very close. It may be too close, and then trim it out. And you want to do the same thing on all four corners. You want to go in, up to the corner, and then go out. That one looks better. If it's too short, then the point of your cardboard for your cover will show. And ours is Christmas. Not really the Wizard of Oz. So, to tell you the truth, I probably should have put the cardboard side on the inside, just in case. And this one looks like it's definitely going to be too close. At least it's where the red is. If it shows, it'll be red for the ruby slippers. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is a little longer, too, the ends. Now we've got all 4 corners cut, and we're going to flip it over and glue it to the cardboard. And then I haven't cut any papers for the inside, so we will stop at just the outside part of the cover, and then when I have papers for the inside, then I will start the video back up again. Okay, so we're going to take the ends here, we're going to glue it. Don't need to glue on the cover. Just make sure, especially the corners, you're going to want to go down, and you want to get here especially, right up to where the seam is, you know, where the cardboard meets the paper. And then you want to make sure that you get just a little bit down in between, because we're going to use our bone folder. Get there. I keep going off and hitting the glass in case you're wondering what that noise is. We're going to go along the edge here. Very crookedly, but it's thick enough that it should ooze out. Now we're going to take this, we're going to flip it around, and we're going to fold it. Yeah, this is the part that's difficult because it isn't very thick. I should have kind of given it a little bit of a beginning of a fold before I started. Paper's almost thicker than the cardboard. And we're going to use our bone folder. You don't want the paper to crack. And then we're going to use our bone folder on the rounded side where our seam is. We'll do that after we do the other side. So then we're going to take the other long side. You're going to make sure this is all glued down. Use your bone folder. And then if any glue seeps out, then we'll clean that up. And use it at the top on the inside as well. And you'll kind of hear it crackle a little bit, and that means it's sticking. Now, there's a little bit of glue coming out. I'm going to take my dry wet wipe since the glue is still wet and this surface is shiny. So you might want to use a little bit more glue because you're going to have possibly some slippage if you don't. The cover's going to be dry, but this paper here might give you a little bit of trouble if you're not careful. So that's why it's preferable as well to use 2 pieces of cardboard. Then you would glue the 2 shiny sides together and you would have the cardboard itself, which is not shiny or slick, on the inside as well. So we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to crease it where our fold is. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to do it on the outside. That gets it started, remembering where we want it to fold. Okay, then we're going to do the other 3 sides. I'm going to start with the other long side. I'm going to put glue all along right where the seam is. You want to put it a little bit thicker. And then go along the outside edge. It's probably a little bit smarter. I've got it a little bit straighter. I don't know why it was so crooked on the other one. I was having a little bit of a hard time. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip it up. I once again forgot to start the fold, so it had a little bit of paper memory as to where I wanted it to fold. And you run less of a chance of it cracking. So then we want to, you see right here, it looks like the corner might show. There's a little, I'll show you in just a second once I make sure it's all stuck down. Then I'll show it to you. You'll find out when you fold the edges in on the end. Now this doesn't take as long as it's taking me now, and that's because you don't need to narrate it unless you want to talk to yourself while you do it. Talk amongst yourselves. If you're crafting along, not just watching the video first and then coming back and doing it again, watching it again, and then crafting at the same time. Now that little piece of glue, that little glue here, I definitely want to get off. I don't want any lumps or bumps along here. Let's take our rounded end and go along that crease. And like I said, I made it a little bit wide. So it might be kind of a gator mouth. I didn't really make a super big spine, but not, maybe not. And I'll be sewing the spine in. I don't know if I mentioned that. And we're gonna, probably should have done this first. So that's all folded down. Now we'll see how well I cut these corners. Well, that one might be fine. It did kind of tear, so let's do that one first and see what's what. I'm going to do it the exact same way. This way might be a little harder because it's not a super thick cover, and it'll be a longer row to hoe to get it to stick. Now if you wanted, you could trim this part down, but to me it doesn't matter because we're gonna cover the insides anyway. Alright, I'm gonna fold this up just once a little bit so it'll be easier to fold. Okay, I'm going to stand it up, and the reason I'm standing it up, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it makes sure that that glue we put right along the seam adheres to the end of the cardboard. I'm going to fold it over. And this is going to give us our blank canvas that we can put our images on. A little flaw in the paper. Oh, that did end up okay. We're going to use our bone folder for any extra glue. See, there's kind of a little glob right there. Make sure everything is pushed down and glued. And be careful of your corner. Okay. Now this time, before there's any glue on there, I'm going to kind of fold it a little bit just so it knows where I want it to fold. You can see it's now sticking up a little bit. I'm just going to lay it back down flat. We're going to do the glue again. Okay, go along here again. I didn't really get enough, I don't think. We're going to go out and glue the edge. Oh, here we go, crooked again. And we'll put some glue in the middle. And we'll take it and fold it up, just like we did the other end. Make sure it's on there. Fold it over. Push it down. Use our bone folder. Do it on the inside. Oh, and the good thing about this bone folder is it's heavy. So it's easier to kind of, I'm wiping off that extra glue. Because on the corners and such, it'll show on the inside. So we want to make sure to get it off, you know, on the part that shows past where we put the paper. So I'm going to take this little part, I'm going to erase it. Make sure that you can't see anything here. Looks like all four corners came out good. So yay me. Okay, and that's our basic folder, our basic cover, and all we have to do is cut 2 pieces of paper that fit in here. And first you're going to cover this, and you're going to measure it to where it goes out a couple inches into the book. Now that's just your base. If you want, you can put cloth over the top of that or whatever, but you're going to put the paper that you're going to cover the inside with on top of this, and then you're going to cut 2 pieces that overlap it and lay them on the inside here. All right, so you've got these folded in. Now we're going to take this. Now you don't need to fold it past 90 degrees, so let's just kind of fold it, make sure that it knows where we want it to go, make sure we've got enough room. This one, like I said, has a little extra, so it's pretty easy to fold. We don't need to go past 90 degrees. Whoops. And make sure that it's folded. And let's go at it with the bone folder one more time. Especially if it's narrower. You know what I mean? Flip it around. We're going to go one more time. And now when we fold it up like this, we have a beautiful white cover for our book, and it may come up like this. We get the signatures in, and you know, I probably could have done a 1-inch spine on this and not a 1.5. If I absolutely have to, I'll make another one that's a smidge smaller on the spine, and you'll notice the seam is right down the middle of the spine, so when you cover it, it doesn't show. Maybe a little bit at the top and the bottom. Okay, if you use lace to cover it, it won't show at all. All right, so that's that for this video, and in the next video I will show you real quick how to cover the inside, and then we'll come back after I've crafted some with my friends. I'll show you what I've done so far, and then I'll show you how to do some of it on camera. And we're going to do the inside of the cover this time. However, I do want to show you what I've done so far quickly. I've picked out the lace for lace areas that we're going to use because I thought it looked like lace that might be on Dorothy's stuff. I do have some gathered with the kind of ruffly part that would look more like her little overdress apron thingy. But then I realized it didn't have the ones over the sleeves. So we're not going to use that. We're just going to use this because it's white and it's a little more not in your face. Okay, now I cut out the envelopes, and I know that you guys know how to glue these and everything, so I'm not going to go over that. But I did want to show you something in case you're using this exact same kit. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so on here there are the colored lines where you're supposed to fold it, which makes it easier, except this one's in the wrong place. To fold the envelope correctly, you need to score a line from here where the fold is, or the bend is, across. So that's going to put this little brown line. I had actually scored it here. So I'm going to see if it looks okay. If it doesn't, then I'm going to make another one. And I've inked all of these as well. So on this side, I stenciled them, and I printed them on two-sided paper. And like I mentioned before, we're going to use white 8.5 by 11 paper, folded in half. We're going to put the papers on that, so we're going to have a nice fat book. And it is going to be bigger than I thought, because once I got all the pages cut out and spread out, then I realized there was going to be more thickness than what I thought, because I'm not just folding the kit papers in half. They're also in kind of a different order than I thought they would be, so that makes a difference as well. So here's some sparkly coffee dyed paper that I made, and that's going to go inside this booklet. But I also made a whole bunch of, let me get it, I thought it would be last, but no, it's first. I made a whole bunch of this coffee dyed paper, and I thought what I would do is make this the little cover when you first open the booklet, and then put some coffee dyed paper in there that you can write on. I saved this little scrap because, well, you never know. So that's that. Now the next thing is that I sorted the pages. Let's see. Yeah, I sorted the pages into writing pages. Okay, pages you can write on. And then, oh wait, this is the cover. And then picture and story papers. Now I've already put these in order of the story. You have to use the combination of the written story pages and the picture story pages to tell the story in order. Like this one, it talks about where she lives, and I did this one in the wrong order. And this one, anyway, this one goes in here somewhere. And then it talks about the storm, and on to waking up, smushing the witch, rescuing the scarecrow, and they're at the land of Oz, and they're getting all cleaned up and scrubbed up to go see the wizard. And then she goes and sees the wizard. And then at the end, it says this is the end of the story, but we all know that she goes home, and then it's all just a dream from hitting her head. So you'll have to excuse my quavery voice today. I'm just having a voice day. Yeah, where she saved this scarecrow. In between here. And this goes here, and then this goes here. I may look at that again. Okay. Now, once again, these are the first 2 pages. And they're going to be, it's like when you have a book and you open it up and there's that first image and then the copyright page. These are going to be the covers, which I'm pretty sure we went over. The cover images. These are just the kind of the blanks, the writing papers that I went over. These are double-sided. I printed out 2 of them. And I'm not sure. Some of these I just printed out just for whatever reason. These are single-sided, so they can get glued onto papers. I thought maybe I would just stick a few of these in here randomly around the white pages, so that there were some of these rating pages inserted. Then I've got a couple of extra poppy and plaid pages to fill in if we need to in the book. Then we were at the cover now. So and I have all the ephemera, but I haven't inked it yet because I showed you that before, but I just haven't got that far. It's just a lot. There's a lot of pages. There's a lot more pages when you cut it apart than I thought there would be. Okay, I'm gonna drink it if you got it. Coffee. Now, I'm still wearing my ruby, but I forgot my watch. So this is going to be the inside cover of the book. If you remember in the first video, we made this much of the cover with our Santa shirt box, and we covered it with white paper. So now the next thing we're going to do is cover the inside. We have to cover not only the spine and the front and the back, but we have to cover this little foldy spot too. So you want to think about that when you're making your measurements. Now you're going to make 2 papers and a centerpiece, and in my case they're going to be different. I'm going to put the plaid in the center, and then I'm going to put the poppies on either side. Now I'm trying to remember, and I know this sounds silly, whether or not you put I'm pretty sure you put the inner paper, the spine, in first, and then you put the other 2 papers in on top. And so that's the way we're going to do it. So to figure out everything that we need, we have a 1/4 inch spine fold times 2. So that's actually going to be a 1/2 inch. I knew it seemed like I should have come out with more. All right. This is 2 times. So that's 1/2 inch. Okay, so there's a 1/2. 1 1/2 is 2. 2 inches on either side is 4. Is that right? 1 1/2. Oh, this is times 2. No, 2 inches inside because we're going to go 1 inch over. I think that's all we're going to need. Okay, now when we cut the paper, and we're going to use the ink to ink the paper, when we cut the paper, the first thing we want to do is we want to find the center. So that's going to help us decide when we put the blue plaid paper in, or the blue checked paper, as to how far to put it out to make it even. I marked it here, and then I realized that it's really going to go up here, but I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to eyeball it as to where I want it to go. Then I'm going to trim it, and then I don't think I have to trim the height. I think I double checked. Yeah, we don't have to trim the height. We only have to trim the width. Okay? So let's put this here, and then let's use our ruler, and let's make sure we have enough on either side. So we're going to need 2.5, 3.5, 4. So we're going to need 2 inches out on either side. It works out well because it comes out on the edges, and this here comes out, there's only like half a line. So that's why I decided to move in and not use the actual line. And this looks like, actually it looks like I didn't trim off the 2 sides of the paper, you know, the white. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because we're not gonna, oh yes it does, it matters up here. So here's the inside with the booklet. Here's the coffee dyed paper. I don't know how I missed that. Probably because with the check it's hard to tell. I would like to say happy birthday to my friend Kyung. I know that this will not be released today, but I still want to wish her happy birthday anyway. It's my video, and I'm gonna do it. Okay, so we're gonna cut the edge of this to get that white off. I still am not sure how I missed that. I thought I got all of our lines on there. But I didn't. This line, this line. Oh, I did. I just didn't look over far enough. And then we'll have to erase those lines, the one in the center. But we won't erase it until we glue it in because we need to see the center. And then we'll have this extra that we can use as well for pockets and whatnot. I'm going to turn this around. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't made a book in a while. And we don't need to cut the height. Oh, I cut off my center point. That's okay. We're covering it on either side anyway. But I just want to make sure that we have enough on either side. Oh, here's our center mark. and we're not going to see it, but it's just on the other side where this overlaps, so I'll know where it is. Well, let's leave our center mark there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this piece in. I'm just going to fill this. And you want to glue it in pretty good. And we're also going to put glue in the folds because we want that paper to stay down in there when we open and close it. Okay, and then we're going to put some glue right down here. I'm just guessing. Oh, I did that all the way down. There we go. I rescued that a little bit. Okay. We've got our center mark, so we're going to use it, and then we're going to move it up until it's about even on the top and the bottom. And I believe our center mark was right over there on the other side of there where you can see through and see the overlap. And we want it to be straight. Okay. And then we want to take our bone folder and we want to smush this down into that glue. Hopefully we'll take this, smush this glue all out, not out from under the paper, but out of the, it looks like that corner's not quite glued down. Just a very teeny weeny spot. Now remember, the height is fine, so all we have to do is wow, I just got a bunch of glue everywhere. Probably have to go back with the glue eraser. Speaking of erasers, let's erase our little center line. Okay. I keep turning it around at this point it really doesn't matter, top and bottom. Now this one is directional in my mind. This would be the top. This would be the bottom, except we're turning it this way. So it doesn't matter, except I would like to line these up. So I want to make this left. Well, it doesn't matter until we cut it, actually. So let's put it right up close to the edge. And then we'll put it straight. And then we'll mark where you want to cut it. And I'm going to mark it on the cream colored end on the bottom here so I can see it. I forgot to ink that. So now we can't ink any of the inside. Otherwise it's going to look wrong. I mean, it is wrong, but it's going to look wrong. And I couldn't have used the whole, or just cut the paper in half, because it would not have worked. So this is our left. So we're going to turn this around this way. And we'll glue it in lined up. I'm really mad because all the other pages are inked, and this one needs to be inked. Is there any way to ink that? No. We just won't go crazy with it. Because with these being on the outside edges, you're going to see that white. No, that one you're going to see from the top. But maybe we can put some lace around on the inside on the top, and that would cover up our mistake, because we would have only inked it on the top and the bottom. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and ink this, and then we'll put lace to cover up our mistake on the top and the bottom here. Okay, we decided we want this to go here. That makes this poppy go this way, which, as we all know, makes me feel like it's right side up. So we're going to cover this back up. You have to be careful with when you do this, like what I do, because this stays wet for a while. Probably should just do that. Because I made a mistake and I accidentally got ink on my paper when I was moving it around. So now we can't use that one. I'll have to use it for something else. It's officially a scrap. Okay, let's get this glued down. I don't know how old Kyung is today. I guess if I did, I wouldn't tell. Never tell a lady's age, right? But I hope she has a happy day. It's a Saturday, so her husband has the day off, so hopefully they'll go do something fun. I'm sure they will. He's a really nice guy. And that's enough about Kyung's personal life. Whoops. So we're going to put this down. I'm going to put it even with the blue. Okay, I'm going to move it down just a little bit. Yeah. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. I think we can go back with the glue eraser right now. I think I had a little bit come out all the way up. I think I accidentally smeared it across there. Okay. Now that this is dry, let's go over it one more time. Okay, now we're going to, I want to measure this against this. So I want these two to be exactly the same size. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be right. Alright, now the mark was in a flower. This is the center. So now where's my mark? I should be able to see it from the shine. It should be right in here. There it is. Thought I lost you. Okay, now when we put this on this side, it'll be the same size. Oops. Let's double check these. See, they're the same size, so we know we cut them all right. All right, so we're just going to glue this in and we'll have the inside of the cover done. We're going to ink it. So we're almost done. And the next videos will not be as long, because except for the sewing in, because that's a real stinker for me. And I'm going to use some embroidery floss, and I'm going to make the holes with my crocodile. I cannot, because of my hands, I cannot just do it by hand through even just this thin cardboard, I don't think. So let's get this glued down while I talk. I always forget. Not forget to talk, I forget to work while I talk. My friend that I mentioned a minute ago, Kyung, she's really good at working while she talks. Then I'll glue the lace down off camera. There's no reason for you to watch me glue lace down in a straight line. I'm sure you can handle that. Then when we come back, I'll have the pages sorted, and we'll talk about that. And then we can decorate a couple. I want to make sure I got enough glue for it to stay in there. Okay, so we want to line this up. Glue that in. Once again, we need to move it up a little bit. If I'd have thought about it, I would have realized that there is straight lines on this paper. That looks crooked to me. Yeah, we want it to be along this, there's a straight line, so we can tell by looking at the straight line, which if I'd have thought about it, I'd looked, and this is crooked. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to clean up any little bits of glue that we have, and that's going to be done. Now, some people put it the other way. I'm almost kind of wishing I had, but I really like these flowers, and when this is closed up, you're just going to have to work it a little bit. Remember, you don't need to do more than 90 degrees. Or right at 90 degrees. And we'll make sure that that paper is folded. and that the center stays down. You know, if you don't have enough glue in here, it'll bubble up, and that's always not good. Okay, so that's it. That's all we're going to do for this video, and I will see you in the next video, which, like I said, we're not going to do completely everything step by step. We just wanted to get the cover done, and like I said, it took extra long because I had to explain it as I was doing it, but for the normal process of making the cover, it really does not take that long. For me, it takes about, I would say 45 minutes, maybe. Probably not even that long. So anyway, that's it for this video. And I will see you in video 3 in our Wizard of Oz series. And that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.